Hey everyone, welcome back to the table. Lyle, BUCKSGEARBOX, and today got an unboxing video for you. This is the KNAFS LANDER. Here we go. All right, so I've been wanting to get one of these for a minute, and I'm pretty excited about this because Ben Peterson is a cool guy. I haven't bought a Ben Peterson designed knife since I got the Wee Banter. He's just a really nice guy. He's a knife guy, a knife geek, I would say, and really nice dude. I don't know him, but he's definitely one of our industry's coolest guys on the internet for sure, and breaking into making his own knives now. It's very exciting to see. I will pause this so you can read it. This is very cool. Nice little welcome message there, and I'll pause this one so you can read it too. Oh, it's cool. It's got a parts explosion on the back so you can see exactly what to do with this. One of the cool things about this knife is that it's easy to take down and customize. I got a little bit of stuff about maintenance and warranty there. Very cool stuff. I like it when companies include those kinds of things. Here's the knife. Here is, I forgot that was in there, some hardware for you to use in case you lose or strip something out. That's kind of nice that they put that in there for you. And here it is. This is the KNAFS LANDER folding knife. And this is pretty cool. I like this. And the reason I've wanted one of these for a while and not gotten one is because, you know, in the budget knife world, which this is, you know, at least in my, you know, personal opinion, this is trying to be in that budget realm. And it's about, I want to say, is it $58 for the base model? And it's got D2 and it's got G10, and it's a very cool design, but the materials weren't all that exciting to me. For that price point, it's just an opinion. I'm not digging on anybody here. It's just kind of the way I think about when I buy knives for myself. I didn't want to do this one just for a video. I actually wanted the knife, but I thought maybe later on that they would come out with a slightly upgraded version, and here it is. That's what this is. This is micarta, which I prefer to G10. I really like micarta better than G10. Just personal preference. And this is 14C28N blade steel, which is, in my opinion, a nicer budget blade steel. One of the nicest, I think, actually. It's just kind of a good everyday carry all around stainless steel that is easy to work with, easy to sharpen, keeps an edge pretty well. It's not a super steel, but it's really good. Very, very good stuff. And most of the knives that I have in this 14C, I just really like. So I thought I'd wait and see if something like this came out. It did, and as soon as River's Edge got them in stock, I went and got one. And I don't regret it. This is cool. I played with this in the store, just the one that was in the case, but I haven't played with this much at home. I tried to shoot this video a while back, and I messed it up. So I have opened this and looked at it, but I haven't really carried it or anything, tested it out. Still wanted it to be a true unboxing. Let's get to some specs and then some size comparisons. And that'll probably be pretty much it for this video. Blade length is 2.75 inches. Overall length is 6.4 inches. Let's see, the handle material again is micarta. It weighs 2.5 ounces, which is pretty lightweight, but it feels kind of nice and hefty in the hands. But it definitely, you wouldn't know that it's there in your pocket. It's kind of that sweet spot. It's a drop point CIVIVI 14C28N blade. The HRC is listed at between 57 and 60, which I think is what CIVIVI recommends for 14C. So it shouldn't have any issues with that. We got a liner lock in there. Let's see if I can get it on camera. A little bit of milling in there to cut down the weight. You can see that. Again, a steel liner lock, very cool. Ceramic caged bearings in this. Ambidextrous deep carry pocket clip. That might be the only thing I'm not a huge fan of, is how big this pocket clip is in comparison to the rest of the size of the knife. It kind of sticks out. Not that it bothers me, and also not that I would go cut down like 100 boxes with with a knife like this. This is meant probably more for like office, everyday, general stuff rather than hard work. That's just me. Nice and slicey blade. Very cool there. It looks pretty thin behind the edge. Flat ground. And yeah, that's sharp. That's sharp. I like this. This is very cool. This is produced by QSB Knives, which are the folks who make my favorite budget knife, the QSB Penguin. This is still, after 2 years, my favorite budget knife. This is a $50 version here of a $30 knife, and in my opinion, you just can't go wrong at that price. $30 for D2 this is just a great everyday carry blade. But this video isn't about this knife. Stop gushing about it and get back to this one. This is made by the same people. Has a very similar. Sorry, my computer keeps going to sleep. Just flicks right out, action immediately deploys. That's something QSP is known for. I'm kind of missing on that thumb stud a little bit every once in a while, I'm noticing. So I don't know, it might need some breaking in. It might need me adjusting where I put my thumb. I don't know yet. This is brand new to me, but yikes, yeah. But this is, again, it's just an unboxing, first impressions. Very cool stuff. I really dig Ben Peterson's designs. They are definitely in the realm of easy to carry, everyday carry options. This thing is awesome. Just automatically flies out. The banter's great. And yeah, can't wait to carry this around and get to know it a little bit better. Let's do some side-by-side comparisons. Now that we got the specs out of the way, this is this knife next to the Pair 3 from Spyderco. And this is one of my other most carried blades, the Malibu from ProTech. You can see the Lander is a fairly small knife, very much meant to be in the realm of easy to carry, everyday carry. Let's put it up next to another kind of prolific everyday carry blade that's in the budget world. This is the CIVIVI Elementum. Let's put it up next to my favorite budget knife, the QSB Penguin, made by the same company. You can't really go wrong with any of these. There's one thing to just be aware of, which we'll get to a little bit later. These are all considered budget knives. Anyway, I'll get to that in a minute. Here is a Benchmade Mini Griptilian. These are very close in size. Here is not a budget knife, this CRK Small Sabenza. It's funny that this is a small Sabenza, and I really love the size of the small Sabenza for sure. And the KNAFS Lander is quite a bit smaller than that. I was surprised. I am surprised, kind of in real time right now, at how much smaller the Lander is than I thought it was going to be. That's a bug out, which is not a huge knife. It's not a huge knife. I don't know why I did that. And here's the K390 Dragonfly 2 from Spyderco. So yeah, the Lander's a small knife. It's not the smallest knife. Here's a ProTech Runt 5. This is my favorite small knife. This is probably my second favorite small knife. And there you go. There are some size comparisons with some knives that most people would be at least a little bit familiar with. That helps you. I can get a 4-finger grip on this. That's one of the things that's really cool about this knife is it is a small knife, but I don't have any issues. It's even sticking out the back just a little bit there. And I have medium to large hands. I'm a tall 6'5" guy, kind of skinny hands or skinny fingers. So, you know, if you have a bigger hand size than me, then you might not be able to get this kind of purchase on it, but I can, no problem. And that is a very comfortable handle shape. I think that's one of the things that Ben is just really, really good at. Even this kind of flat wee banter, it's very flat. It shouldn't be as comfortable as it is, but I can get full 4-finger grip on that as well. So I hope that helps somebody with a little bit of comparison there. There are some small knives, and like even the Runt, I love the Runt, but I cannot get 4 fingers on it for sure. Can't do it. It's not meant to do that. You know, it's not really a criticism. The CIVIVI Elementum, I can also get 4 fingers around. So hopefully that helps somebody. If you've got one of those knives and you wonder if you'll be able to get a full grip on the Lander, if one of those 2 knives, the Banter, the Elementum, or even the Penguin, I know I can get 4 fingers on that. If that's a good point for you, you know, contact point for you to know whether this is something you'll like or something you won't. There you go. What else? Fit and finish. That makes, obviously, this is, I think, on the high end of budget knife. And this is the upgraded one. It is $78, I think. And so that in and of itself makes it almost questionable to call it a budget knife. And again, with the upgraded materials, maybe it isn't. And that's kind of subjective. I don't talk about price a whole lot on this channel because most of the people watching these videos already are aware of how expensive our hobby is and know whether you're in the market for something or not based on the price. Maybe budget prices are rising. Maybe this is next level up from quote unquote budget knife material. It's definitely good quality. It is imported, if that matters. You know, there's a certain price point where I think I'd rather not purchase a knife that is imported. I don't know what that price point is. It's just something that I'm kind of aware of about myself. I'm more excited about a knife, maybe even a way more expensive knife if I know it's made in America, or in the case of like a Giant Mouse, who I love, made in Italy, versus, you know, just imported or OEM'd or whatever. It's not that those knives are necessarily bad. A lot of OEM knives are fantastic. But there's definitely like a price point where I start to wonder, do I want that, or would I rather just buy something made in America that's maybe more expensive, but something that I'm more excited about because I am an American and I like that. All right, so the KNAFS Co. Lander, haven't had it in the pocket, so this is not a review, just an unboxing and an overview, but just something to think about. Here's kind of the bottom line, and this is for you to decide. This is a $70 knife, and the base model, it's a $50 knife or $58 knife. This is, you know, an upgraded version of the Penguin, which is a $32 or $34 knife. I can't remember exactly what they are right now. And let's see, well, I don't think oh yeah, and this is the Elementum, which, you know, again, I'm a sucker for some of these little upgrades. This is about a $50 knife, right? And so let's put them in this order. You got to decide for yourself, what is budget for me and what can I afford without not being able to feed my family that week or whatever. Those things are things we'll have to deal with. But what is a budget knife to you? Is a $30 knife, $50 knife, an $80 knife? You know, those considerations, just something to think about. Again, not really a critique, just something that that I think, you know, as a knife collector, you know, I know for sure that our hobby, even if we stick to budget knives, it adds up the value of our collections over time. And I'm always constantly fighting with myself on that. Should I buy this? Do I need this? Even when it comes to a cheaper knife, that's just something that I try to stay aware of. Probably need to do an updated collection overview video here soon, because it has grown over the years. I'm probably buying less knives overall these days, but thinking about them harder when I do get interested in a knife. I think about it a little bit longer before I make the purchase. I think that's just a thing that I've noticed about myself. It's not like a conscious decision so much as it is something that I've noticed that I'm doing and leaning towards. Anyway, a little bit of a ramble there at the end of this, but it is interesting to me to think about what makes a budget knife. Budget knife, what's the price point, what's the materials, all that stuff factors in, right? And I think this, in particular, this KNAFS Co. Lander is a really cool everyday carry pocket knife. And I'm definitely going to carry it around. And if I ever get around to actually doing full reviews, right now my channel is mostly overviews and unboxings, and, you know, maybe a little bit of knife hacks there, here and there, and just enthusiast stuff in general. There's a lot of review sites out there. people that are maybe smarter than me. I don't know. If I ever get around to reviewing a knife, then that is definitely something I would take into consideration. The price point, that does matter. There's a proposition for quality and value that do matter, and it's stuff that I think about. I just don't know that I have defined it for myself completely. So your mileage may vary. Obviously it does. We're all different people, and we have different purchasing rules that we have for ourselves. And just something that I wanted to think about, that this knife in particular, for some reason, made me think about that. And this rant is over. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching my videos. I appreciate this community, and I appreciate all of y'all. Peace. See you later.